Danica is giving you a note card. On the board, you have your instructions as to what it is that I need you to do. Likes, dislikes, hobbies, interests, personality, and something special about me. Don't write me a whole story. Just jot down a few answers. If you need a pencil, raise your hand. The note card. 2 minutes. Yeah, you can trade. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. One minute, 40 seconds. 1 minute, 40 seconds. Pencil. Likes, dislikes. You can give me one like, one dislike, one hobby, one interest. Your personality, something about you. If you're finished, raise your hand. You have about 1 minute. Likes, dislikes, hobbies, interests, personality. What do people say about you, or what do you know about yourself from your personality? And then give me something special about you, something special about you, something special that I don't know, something special that the students don't know. 20 seconds. 10, 9, right fast, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down. No cards up, no cards up, no cards up. Drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Thank you. Drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Thank you. No cards up. No cards up. Go to the next slide for me, Michaela. No cards up. No cards up. Okay, pause. Now, what makes you who you are? What makes you who you are? What makes you who you are, Sydney? Say it again. You like to draw, okay? Let's look at one. A likes. This person likes family, shopping, medicine, dislikes medicine, and dislikes shots. This could be everybody. That's me. Okay. Hobbies. What are hobbies and interests? Are skating. She didn't go to her personality. Who was this person? Danica. All right, then give cover 2 class for me. Come on. Danica. Okay. Now, right here, let's go. Playing football. Doing a lot of homework. Wait a minute. Yes. Messing with my sisters, and hobbies and personalities. Did you do a lot of homework because the cameras are here? Who is the person? I'm sorry, I gave him away because I looked at him, okay? This person likes dogs. This person likes dogs, dislike dark chocolate, hobbies and interests, video games, personality, good, and they can get to the last one. Who is it? Who is it? They didn't put their name on it. Help me out. Who is it? Let me say, I think it's Millard. Who is it? Is Douglas? Is it yours, Douglas? Who is it? They like dogs, dark chocolate, video games, personality good, and something. Is that you, Kobe? Come on, somebody claim it. Who is it? Traquan. I knew it was you. I said it's Traquan. I said Traquan. It's Traquan. It's Traquan. Okay. Now, so these are based upon, if I didn't know, and we look at each other and we know who we are within ourselves, we know basically we've been together 9, 10 months. We've been together enough time to that we know each other based upon our personality. If you were describing teachers and you were saying crazy or the big head, Mr. Lee, who would it be? Okay. Let me ask a question. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a walrus, a carpenter, and a group of oysters. A walrus, a carpenter, and a group of oysters. Now, did anybody do the extra credit that I asked you to do about Lewis Carroll? No extra credit? Okay. No problem. Let me ask a question. Who knows? Has anybody raised your hand if you've seen a walrus before? What does a walrus look like? What does it look like? Okay. The tusk. Someone say it looks like a seal. Can you beat up a walrus? What are these things called? Tusk. Okay. So this is our background on the walrus. Let's look. So just imagine, I want you to create a mental image. They drew some pictures in the book, but create a mental image of the walrus when you read. Okay. What about oysters? What do oysters look like? They're like a fish, like a trout or a bass. Clams. What do oysters have? What are they in housing? Shell. Okay. Where do they live? At the bottom of the sea in the ocean. Okay. Let's look right here. Let's look at different oysters. Oyster shells. Looks like the moon, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Let's look at this type. Can you see? Can you see it good? Spiny oyster pass from Zamboanga to the Philippines. You can put it on the Christmas tree ornament. Okay. And it's about two more. This one, like a coconut with spikes. It's like a Venus flytrap. I think y'all too young. Feed me, Seymour. Yeah. I'm a little bit too old. Never mind. Okay. Let's look at this one. Okay. Now. Okay. So these are oysters. I've already talked with Mr. Pace and the other teachers. I want them to do a lesson dealing with the species. Okay. The zigzag oysters, also known as the coxcomb oysters. Oysters are members of the bivalve mollusks with a shell formed of two pieces. Soft-bodied, legless animals that secrete a callous shell. Now, carpenter. What is a carpenter? Who's usually a carpenter? Can a dog be a carpenter? No. I said no. So with the carpenter. Now, tell me about the carpenter. What are his tools? Hammer, chainsaw, screwdriver. So based upon these tools, what does the carpenter do? Fix things. He works on things. Okay. He builds different things. So you can look. Can a carpenter be a woman? Why'd y'all doubt? Why, ladies, you're supposed to say yes real fast. Why y'all look like that? Yes, it could be a carpenter, okay? And so these are different tools that deal with a carpenter. Now, so we just look at the oysters. What I want you to do today is I have something for you. And I want you to take a bowl. Make sure everybody has a bowl. Pass one this way. Now, has anybody ever had oysters? Raise your hand if you've eaten oysters before. Wait a minute. Raise your hand if you've eaten oysters before. How do they taste, Kobe? They taste good, okay? How did you eat yours? How did you eat them? You broke it? How did you? Okay, watch. My uncle, he eats oysters. He likes them raw. I think if I did try oysters, they would be fried. Now, I have hand sanitizer for us, and I have some baby wipes. But I want you to look at this shell. We're going to do some decorations. We're going to be creative with this shell. Not today, because I want to give it time to dry out. And I must be honest, this is my first time really handling oysters outside of the chef doing it. And so I did the best that I could. So I want you to pick one out. Just grab one. Don't take long. I want to finish in 30 seconds. Bobby looked up. Hold it in your bowl, okay? And this is so you can get a visual of what it is that we're reading today, and so you can understand just this story. I'm not going to spend a long time. Let's go grab one. Trust me, I clean them. Here's the thing, and I don't think, do not eat them. I clean them with Fabuloso. So I don't think that was right. They smell the entire house. Grab one. There you go, Miller. There you go. Rah! Come on. Let's go. So why won't anybody grab the big one? I mean, come on. Who's going to grab the big one? Come on, Kobe. Let me see you. You see that one right there? Grab that one for me. Rah! So now tell me, what does it smell like? It smells like what? It smells like fish. Okay, hold it up. Now, no, definitely not. Now let me ask a question. Does the oyster look like this exactly? How does it look first? Two pieces, right. There's two pieces, then it's on the inside. Okay? So now let's hold it up. Let's feel it. How does it feel? Hard? It's hard? It's good? Okay. Watch this. look at this one. And this was I had a few of these last night, and I'm not going to lie, I was scared. I didn't know what to do. Some of them are huge. Let's look on the inside. This one still smells really good. So this is what we eat. And the chef will scoop it out, and there's salt and pepper, and there's seeds, put Cajun season or whatever it is. But then you believe some people eat this raw? I don't know. So now let's look at somebody describe the outside of the shell for me. How does okay. Adjectives, good adjectives. She said it's ugly. Go ahead, Bobby.
It blends in with the bottom of the sea.
Okay, Bobby said it looks like it blends in with the bottom of the sea. Do you think it would blend in?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we could walk right by them, okay? It's hard. The outside is hard. But feel the inside for me. How does the inside feel? It's hard, but is it smooth compared to the outside? What is it? It's smooth. Does anybody have one that looks like it has little babies on it? Look at yours. Let me see. On the outside of the shell. Oh, outside. The outside. There's a little piece. I found a lot of different things. Right. They look like there's a whole nother shell that sits on the outside of it. And if you look at Kobe's, see, okay, look at this. How many shells? Look at this one right here. Imagine this was the big shell, but check out this part. You can actually look inside and see that there's actually the meat is inside here. What if? Okay, raise your hand if you watch. What is the man's name? The survivor. He the nature man versus wild. Do you think he would eat this? Yes. And do you think he would eat raw? Yes. In a heartbeat. Okay. If he had a lot of man versus wild, he'd eat anything. Anybody see the episode when he ate the fish? Okay. He bit right into his back. So now what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to create a mental image. I want you to put it to the top of your desk. You're going to have to be able to stand it. Okay. Okay. It doesn't smell that bad, does it? Yes, it does. It does? It smells bad? Okay, watch this. On your bowl, write your name on the inside. Just write your initials on the inside of your bowl. And then starting with this table, I need it done in 60 seconds, okay? Actually, 30 seconds. I'll need you to take it to the back, and we're going to sit on the back table. Put your initials in the bowl. Let's go. 30, 29, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, pen drop. Give me 5 now. Give me 5. Books out. Take your books out. Here's a baby wipe. Raise your hand if you need a baby wipe. I'll come around with my yellow basket. Danica, help me out with the baby wipes, okay? Thank you. Books out. Turn to page 472. Page 472. Give yourselves 3 claps. Good job. 3 more claps. Good job. Now, the wars. 472. Now, we just went over that background. Today we're gonna read a story, and it's gonna be about a walrus, and it's gonna be about a carpenter. The walrus and the carpenter, what they do is they invite the oysters. Pay attention to me, everybody. Pin drop. They invite the oysters to come to the beach with them. Let's look at the picture first. Let's look at the pictures. Turn to page 471. On page 471, tell me, what do you think is that picture? Just describe. Don't read the caption at the bottom, but tell me about the picture. Page 471. Say it again. Why is he hot? Okay, the sweat is dripping. You say sweat is dripping. What does he have on? Is he crying? No wrong answer, guys. No wrong answer. 471. He's crying because he's hungry. Someone said he's hot. Why is he hot? What is he on?
The beach.
He's on the beach.
He look like he's sunburned.
Sunburned? Okay, he's on the beach. How does the walrus look?
Just wrinkled. He just look like wrinkled.
Okay. Turn to page 472. Look at those pictures. Tell me in 472. Tell me, what do you see in 472?
He looks hungry.
He looks hungry?
Hey, he almost got a bigger head.
Wait, what? Wait a minute. Did y'all hear Douglas? Say what you said, Douglas. He said he almost has a bigger head than me. Ha, 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 ha. Give them a half a clap, everybody. Now, okay, so that's on that page. Look at page 473. 473. Okay.
The Wars look like he ate the oyster.
Is he the only one that looks like he ate the oysters?
Mm-hmm.
How do you? Okay, we'll see. Okay, now let's go back. The Walrus and the Carpenter. Who is the author for me? Kasia, I want you to read for me the author. Tell me about the author, Lewis Carroll. Track on the left-hand side of 470. Everybody track.
Lewis Carroll was the pen name of Charles Weech Dobson. Carroll was the third child of 11 brothers and sisters. Carroll taught mathematics and logic. He often used puzzles and games in his teaching. Many of his stories and poems reflect his logical mind, a joy in working through puzzling events. Carroll wrote comic, fantasy, and humorous verse that was often childlike. His novel Alice Adventures in Wonderland was published in 1865, followed by The Looking Glass in 1871. See page R1 of the author's files or more about Lewis Carroll.
Okay. Now, you're going to make me feel very bad if you don't know. Do y'all know what Alice in the Wonderland is?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Just checking. So when you see this, I want you, when you think about Lewis Carroll, you see Alice in the Wonderland, and I want you to think of this author. Look at the picture. How does he look in the picture? Does he look happy? No. He looks old? Looks sad? Okay, is that his real name?
No.
What is his real name? Charles Ludwig. Okay, everybody say Charles Ludwig. Okay, now let's go to preview. Before we go, let's say might. Can you see? Okay, we're going to preview just these words just for a second. Might, scrambling, conveniently, dismal, sympathize, billows, sulkily, beseech, briny water, frothy. Okay, I'm looking for a word that means to feel bad about somebody. To feel bad. Sympathize. I'm looking for a word that means very bad. Dismal. Everybody say dismal. I'm looking for a word that means it's easy to use. Say it again. Conveniently. I'm looking for a word that means salty. Briny water. So if briny water is salty, where do you see briny water at?
The beach.
In the beach. Okay, where else? Can anybody tell me else? In the ocean? Okay, salt water. Where else? Take away from the beach. Leave the ocean alone. Anywhere else? Maybe. Leave no flowing water. Leave the flowing water out. A lake. Anybody watch the Food Network?
Oh, sea salt?
Okay, well, it's when they're boiling water. You ever seen? I was just trying to get you to give me macaroni. When they're boiling water, they'll pour in briny water. They'll say briny water. That's salt water. Okay. Frothy. Everybody say frothy. It says the water is foamy and bubble. Raise your hand if you've been to the beach. Okay, and you ever see when the water comes to the edge of the waves and it goes back and forth and it goes and you see the little bubbles? That's frothy. Can you think of something that's not the beach that deals with froth? Say it again. Soda. Yes. Cream soda. If you pour the soda down, somebody else just said something. Coffee, cappuccino, coffee, okay, makes the froth at the top. Now, sympathize. I feel bad about another person's sorrows. Billows. What are billows? The big waves, big waves. Beseech. What is beseech? To beg. Did anybody beseech me last week when we were doing our character education activity? Please, Mr. Lee, please, let me go. Can I get a ticket? Anybody ask for a ticket? Anybody beg for a ticket? Aha. Now, okay, so here's the thing. I want you to, on your sticky note, we just looked at the Walrus, we just looked at the Carpenter, we just looked at the oysters. Write down one question and one fact. One question, one fact. Let's go. You have 1 minute. One question and one fact. One thing that you know about either the Walrus, either the oysters, or either a carpenter, and then write one question that you want to ask me that you don't know if we're going to talk about it in the story or not. Who does not understand what I'm asking you to do? Okay? Pass them out, make sure everybody has one. One question, 1 minute. Anything. Think about what you just did when you just touched the oysters. What would happen if is it safe just to eat oysters raw? If I found oysters out, could I just grab one and eat it raw? No. Well, what? Who knows? You said that the Man versus Wildwood. Traquan, get that paper for me. One question. One question. One fact. If you don't know anything, it's okay. Carpenter, walrus, or the oysters. Or even Lewis Carroll if you want. Not from the book, top of your head. One question, one fact. One question, one fact. About 30 seconds. Can you still smell the oysters? One question, one fact. You have your question? You have your fact? Pass it to the right. I'm sorry, 15 seconds. 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down. Pass it to the right. Pass it to the right. Pass it to your right. Read. Now read their question. Don't read it out loud. Read it to yourself. Read their question or their fact. One question, one fact. Let me see. Okay. Are you going to make us eat the oysters? Okay. Switch. Go to the right. Switch. Go to the right. Keep it going. Keep going to the right. Read their question. Read their fact. Do you know who made the sledgehammer? What are other things that the carpenter can do? Good question. Is a walrus good to eat? I'm not sure. If I was a polar bear, maybe. Do the clams know that they're being tricked? Why do they smell so bad? Switch, 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 switch. You just keep going to the right. One question, one fact. One question, one fact. Funny questions. Switch. Last times. That's 4, right? Do you have your original? You already had your original. Okay, I'm sorry. 2 claps. Sidebar, this person says that they like sports, reading, strawberries, cabbage, basketball, football, and they like to sing. Basketball, football, singing. Basketball, football, singing. Who is that? Nope. Nope. Who else? Last try. Kobe. We didn't know Kobe could sing, did we? Come on, Kobe, can we get a song? Come on, everybody say Kobe, 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 Kobe. Look at Kobe. Okay, give him 2 claps for me. Come on. Now, the Walrus and the Carpenter. Track for me while we go. Track for me while we go. I want to be able to walk to either page and read. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Did I wash my hands? Okay, I did. Now, the Walrus and the Carpenter. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining sulkily because she thought of the sun. Had got no business to be there after the day was done. It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun. The sea was wet as wet could be. The sands were dry as dry. You could not see a cloud because no cloud was in the sky. No birds were flying overhead. There were no birds to fly. The Walrus and the Carpenter were walking close in hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand. If this were only cleared away, they said, it would be grand. If 7 maids with 7 mops swept it for half a year, do you suppose, the Walrus said, that they could get it clear? I doubt not, said the Carpenter, and shed a bitter tear. Oh, oysters, come and walk with us, the Walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk along the briny beach. We could not do with more than 4 to give a hand to each. The eldest oyster looked at him, but never a word he said. The eldest oyster winked his eye and shook his heavy head. meaning to say he did not choose to leave the oyster bed. But 4 young oysters hurried up, all eager for the treat. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat. And this was odd because, they hadn't any feet. 4 other oysters followed them, and yet another 4. And thick and fast they came at last, and more and more and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore. The walrus and the carpenter walked on a mile or so and then rested on a rock conveniently low. And all the little oysters stood and waited in a row. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot and whether pigs have wings. But wait a bit, the oysters cried, before we have our chat. For some of us are out of breath and all of us are fat. No hurry, said the carpenter. They thanked him much for that. A loaf of bread, the walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar besides are very good indeed. Now, if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed. But not on us, the oysters cried, turning a little blue. After such kindness, there would be an additional thing to do. The night is fine, the walrus said. Do you admire the view? If we're so kind of you to come, and you are very nice. The carpenter said nothing but, cut us another slice. I wish you were not quite so deaf. I've had to ask you twice. It seems a shame, the walrus said, to play them such a trick. And we've brought them out so far and made them trot so quick. The carpenter said nothing but, the butter's spread too thick. I weep for you, the walrus said. I deeply sympathize. With sobs and tears he sorted out those of the largest size, holding his pocket handkerchief before his streaming eyes. Oh, oysters, said the carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again? But answer came there none. And this was scarcely odd because they'd eaten every one. Now, it said that they eaten every one. Look at the quotes. When you pay attention to the quotation, your quotation help you understand who's reading. Who talks the most inside this story?
The walrus.
The walrus. Okay, so the walrus. So who's the trickster in the story?
The carpenter.
If the walrus talks the most and the carpenter is the trickster, which one? Help me out.
The carpenter. No.
The walrus? Okay, here's the walrus talks so much and it says the carpenter is the trickster. How did he get him to come to the land? How did he get him to come with him?
Because he said he had a treat for them.
He said he had a treat for him. Okay, he said he had a treat for him. In dealing with character and in dealing with all eyes on me, in dealing with character and dealing with who you are, if the walrus wasn't human, if the carpenter wasn't human, would you be friends with him?
No.
Why?
It might end up eating me.
Say it again. How do you know, though?
Because he tricked us.
If both were human, why would they eat them? He said he was going to treat, but really the treat was for them.
The treat was for them, okay? Do you have people in your lives? Do you have friends that will manipulate you?
Everybody does.
You say, Tricon says everybody does? Okay, well, let's pay attention. I want us to, let me see. We're going to move. We're going to go back, and I want you to be prepared to pay attention to the quotes. We're going to read this story together again, but this time we're going to separate, and I want a group of people to be the oysters. I want somebody to be one group to be the carpenter, and one group to be the walrus, okay? Is that cool?
Yes.
You sure? Let's talk. Before we get in, I want to talk about our literary elements, and let's see. Everybody say rhyme. Rhythm. Can you see? Can you see?
Yes.
Everybody? Who cannot? Okay. Rhyme. Rhythm. Meter. Free verse. Rhyme. Rhythm. Meter. Free verse. What is rhyme? Read rhyme for me. Let's go back. Let's look at the top. Go back to the first page. And if you look at the first stanza for me, who can tell me which lines rhyme? Which lines? Not just the word. I know which words, but which lines rhyme? Kobe?
He did his very best to make
So what are your end words that rhyme? Night and what else? Bright. Is that the first where it starts rhyming?
And might.
Is that where it starts rhyming first?
Shining with all his might start first.
Say it again.
Shining with all his might.
Shining with all of his might. Okay. And the billow smooth and what?
Bright.
Bright. And the middle of the what?
Night.
Night. Give Kobe 3 claps for me. Give Kiera 4 claps for me. But I'm still waiting for the line. What lines are the ones that rhyme? Every other line. What are the numbers on there? Every other. Say it again. Even numbers. What are the even numbers? 2, 4, and 6. Is she right, class? Don't just say yes. Is she right?
Yes.
Prove it. Challenge. I don't think she's right. I think that they rhyme at 1, 3, and 5. Right. Don't you agree? Wait. Don't you agree? You're 1, 3, and 5. Raise your hand if you agree with 1, 3, and 5. 1, 3, and 5. Raise your hand if it rhymes at 1, 3, and 5. Raise your hand if it rhymes at 2, 4, and 6. 1, 3, and 5. 2, 4, and 6. 2, 4, and 6. Prove it to me that it rhymes at 2, 4, and 6. Go to the next stanza. 1, 3, and 5. Prove it that it rhymes at me at 1, 3, and 5. Prove it. Kobe?
Because you thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was gone. It is very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun.
The fun. What lines do they rhyme on?
2, 4,
1, 3, and 5. 1, 3, and 5. I say 1, 3, and 5, and I'm the teacher. The teacher's always right.
No.
But what do you mean? 1, 3, and 5.
No, it's 2, 4.
2, 4, and 6. Raise your hand if you said 1, 3, and 5. Wait a minute. Wait. 1, 3, and 5. Give 2, 4, and 6 a big round of applause for me, please. On 2, 4, and 6. Go to the third stanza. Look at each stanza. Let's look at the line 2. Let's watch this. Let's read. Line 2. What is the last word? Dry. Line 4. Sky. Last word. Fly. Let's go to the next stanza, okay? Look at line 2. What is the last word? Hand. What else? Sand. What else? Grand. Keep going for me. Go to the next one.
Year.
Mm-hmm.
Clear.
Mm-hmm.
Tear.
Okay, again.
Beach.
Okay. Again. Okay, stop right there. So what lines do it rhyme? Let's go back to the rhyme. What is the definition of rhyme? Danica, by yourself, loud for me. Let's go.
Definition of rhyme: the repetition of sounds at the end of words that appear close to each other in a poem.
So we went through the which lines rhyme? 2, 4, and what, guys? 6. When you look at this story again, throughout the entire poem, it's 2, 4, and 6. Do you think that the author had time to think about? Did he think about that? Did he actually think about that to make sure that each of them rhymed 2, 4, and 6? What was his purpose of writing this story for us? To inform us about the oysters. That's what I do. To inform us about the oysters, I said.
To entertain, because they ain't even getting no facts about the oysters.
Ah. So it is to entertain. Wait a minute. They did give us facts. They said that the oysters had on shoes. They said that the oysters brushed their coats. And it said that and it said that the oysters got out of their beds.
Oysters can't wear shoes. They have
Okay, wait. She said oysters can't wear shoes. So what is that?
That's okay.
Well, who? Personification. What is personification?
When you give something,
When you give something, objects that are what?
Human quality.
Objects that are what? Not human what? Human qualities. Okay, well, watch this. Go back to the first stanza. Go back to the first and the second stanza. Can you tell me where there is personification? Do you see personification anywhere? Second stanza. Go ahead.
When the sun talk.
Yes, when the sun talk. Can the sun talk? No. Okay, what else? Is there something else? Go ahead.
When they said the walrus and the carpenter were walking.
Well, okay, she's the walrus can't walk. That is, not on dry sand. Go back to the second stanza. Is there something else? The sun was talking. What else happened, though? Somebody got mad at the sun. Who got mad at the sun? The moon. She said it was what? Rude. Okay? But now, let's analyze that. What happened, actually? If the sun is...
It was time for the moon to come up, which the sun had stayed, because she said She said she wanted to see what they had no business to be there.
Good job. Okay. This is what, when we saw it that way, that's what it is with figurative language and personification. The meaning of it, though, is night and day. Okay. Now, let's look at the next one. Rhythm. Everybody say rhythm. Rhythm. Joshua Loud, read rhythm for me.
The pattern created by the arrangement of stressed and unstressed
Syllables.
Rhythm can be regular with predictable pattern or irregular as in reverse.
Okay. Rhythm can be regular with a predictable pattern or meter, or irregular as in free verse. Is there a predictable pattern in this poem? Yes. Is there a pattern that you know when you're reading?
Yes.
What is the, okay, is there a pattern? Do you feel, AB, watch this, listen to me. Now, let me ask a question. If I gave you a poem, here's the thing. This was a poem. I gave you the beat with the rhythm, and it has a pattern. This poem has a pattern because when I read it for you, I went up, down. And on 2, 4, and 6, I knew that it was going to rhyme. By the time I got to the 4th stanza, I was ready. I knew that I was going to rhyme each time. But is this a poem, what I'm about to give you, one with a pattern? Let's say black hair, blue sky, hard desk, the end. Bravo. Bravo, 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 bravo. Is that one with the pattern? No. Okay. So what is that? It is what? Free verse. Okay. Because it's my poem. You can't tell me that it's not a poem. Right? Okay. It's my poem. Let's watch this. We'll continue and we'll go over meter and free verse for today's purpose with our objective. We did with the author's purpose, our literary elements, and the character's feelings. Let's keep moving. We asked what the author's purpose of writing this story. In line 66, what does when pigs have wings mean? What does that mean? When pigs have wings.
When pigs fly.
When pigs have wings. We've heard the expression when pigs fly. What does that mean? So here's the thing. Mr. Lee, can I drive your truck? And I say, when pigs have wings. Okay, never. Now, okay. So here's the thing. If that, let's go back to our figurative language. What type of expression is that?
Metaphor.
Not a metaphor. Not a simile. Metaphor, comparison of two things. Simile. Say it again. Onomatopoeia, no. Now, here's the thing. Homework. Bonus. I won't tell you today. What is it? Hyperbole. Okay? Everybody say hyperbole. 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 Okay? Hyperbole. Okay? Hyperbole. Hyperbole is what? It's an exaggerated expression.
She
and
said
it's
that, but
she didn't say it loud enough. Oh, she said exaggerated expression. I'm sorry then. I'm sorry. Give the Nika 3 class for me. Let's go. Give Sydney 5 class for me. And give you guys a half. Okay. Good job. Now, what does the carpenter's reply 96 say about his feelings towards the oysters? Go to line 96 for me. Go to line 96. What does his reply say about his feelings towards the oysters? Say that again. The butter spread too thick. Wait a minute, but the walrus was, whoa. And the carpenter says what? The butter spread too thick. What does he think? How does he feel about him? He doesn't care. Why? Because what's going on? He's hungry. He's caring about his food. He wants to eat. Say it again. He doesn't have feelings. How do you know he doesn't have feelings?
Because every time they talk about stuff, he just come out with food.
Right. Here's the thing. Notice the walrus does a lot of talking inside the story, but each time the walrus talks, what happens? The carpenter just brings up and says something. Hey, the butter spread too thick. And he asks, where's the bread? Okay. Now, let's pause for a second. We're going to go back in because I want us to read it together. I want you to look at your Venn diagram. Look at your Venn diagram. And the carpenter and the walrus, they have similarities and they have differences. They have similarities and they have differences. But in the middle, they have things that are the same. Okay? So on the left-hand side, we're going to take 2 minutes and I want you to fill down some things, the differences between compare and contrast the walrus and the carpenter. And then on the inside, put down some things that are the same. What is one of the first things that we know that's the same? That they're what? They both are hungry. Okay? They both are hungry. So you can put that one down in the middle. Let's take a few minutes. They both are hungry. And you don't, or you can use your background knowledge also in terms of for some differences, because there are not that many differences inside the story. Good job. Are they clams? Clams or oysters? Okay, oysters. One minute. 1 minute. And you told me that the author was writing this story to inform us, right? To persuade us to go to the beach. Whatever you say, then. $30 seconds. And 30, 29, 15, 12, 10, 7, 3, 2, 1, 0, and down. Pencils up. Now, okay, let's look at, somebody give me some. Let me see. Let me hear you call them out. Let me know some people who've done, give me the walrus. What are some differences between the walrus and the carpenter? Differences, Traquan, let's go. The carpenter's a human. That's the first main obvious difference, okay? Good job. Bobby?
The walrus has feelings and talk too much.
Okay, he said the walrus has feelings and talk too much. Those are characteristics about him. Good job.
They're both mammals.
They're both mammals, okay?
The walrus eats oysters and the carpenter eats bread and butter.
The walrus eats oysters and the carpenter eats bread and butter. Does the carpenter eat oysters in the story as well? Yes, they both eat them, okay? So that will go under where? The same. Right here, Kobe? The carpenter what? Was bored. Okay. He was bored with pretending. I'll make it right. He was bored with pretending. The carpenter was ready to eat. It was like, let's get this show on the road. The walrus was trying to give a nice speech and a briny in the beaches, but hey, he was ready. Let's go, Michaela.
The carpenter is tricky and the walrus is not.
The carpenter is tricky and the walrus is not. Here's the thing. Is the walrus tricky?
Yes, because he had feelings after he ate the oysters.
Okay. Here's the up in time. You're actually right. Here's the thing. Based upon the way the writer was giving it, you would think that the walrus was sympathetic, but towards the end, the walrus was eating the oysters. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Was he really sorry, guys? No. Okay, because he was gulping down oysters and he was not sorry. Let's go, Danica.
Both were crying.
Say it again.
Both of them were crying.
Both of them were crying. Yes. Were they real tears?
The carpenter was real tears because he was walking on the sand. He was hot.
Okay, from the illustrator, it may have been. Go ahead.
They're both hungry.
Say it again. They're both hungry. Okay. What about, so those are the differences we have. That they both were hungry. Both mammals. Does anybody have anything that's different? Does anyone have anything that's different? Does anyone have anything that's different? Go ahead.
The carpenter doesn't really care and he's quiet.
He said the carpenter doesn't really care and he's quiet. Good job. They're both stranded on the beach.
They both don't have feelings because the walrus will never have one with the plan.
Good. What would be a word to describe the clams? Who? Say it again. Gullible. Give me another word. Give me a synonym. I said gullible. Give me a synonym for a word that would describe the clams. Say it again. What time are we? 10:40 or 10:50? 10:40. Okay. Now, so we're going to close up. We won't have time to read. We'll read, but let's go back. Let's go back and let's close up. Tonight, guys, for your homework, what I want you to do is I want you to answer these questions. Bring them back in. If you think of anything else with your diagram, you can bring it back. So this is for the homework. Tomorrow, I'll need you to bring, I have a few paint supplies, but if you have any of just the whole finger paint, don't bring me bottles of paint. Any just small type of paint. Bring that tomorrow so we can decorate our shells, okay? Perfect. Now let's go back up. Figurative language. Everybody say figurative language. In this story, the use of figurative language, what figurative language did we use? Personification. Personification is what? Hyperbole. What is personification? Personification and hyperbole. What is personification? Something that's not human, an object's not human. What type of qualities? Human qualities. Give me an example. Give me an example, not from the story. Kobe? Think. Okay, he says the ocean was as bright as diamonds. Give me personification. As you did use figurative language, give me personification. Traquan?
The tiger is wearing clothes.
The tiger is wearing clothes. Give me personification. The tiger could be wearing clothes. Hold on. It's right. That's what I'm saying, because people buy their clothes dolls. I'm going to make it work for you. Right here. Try it for me, Danica.
Well, my car cried and wept when I crunked it up.
My car cried and wept when I crunk it up. Okay? My car cried and wept when I... Can cars cry? What does it mean, though?
It's squeak.
What does it mean if it's crying when you crank it up? Sounded like my car sometimes. Maybe something's wrong with it. Something's wrong with it, okay? It's broken, okay? Go ahead. The fire ran through the house. Can fire run? No, but what did it do? It ran through the house. The sun danced across the sky. Can the sun dance across the sky? No, okay? Right here. It rained cats and dogs. What is that? It rained cats and dogs. It rained heavy, but what figurative language is that? What use of who? Hyperbole. Is it hyperbole? No. Everybody say hyperbole. Hyperbole. And hyperbole is a what? An exaggerated expression. Say it again. An exaggerated expression. And now, the character feelings in the story. We've learned that based upon how do they feel, both characters, about the oysters. Can you say that they love the oysters?
No.
Why not?
I ate them.
Why not? Why not? Can you say, do you love candy?
Yes.
Do you love chocolate?
Yes.
Did you eat the candy?
Yes.
Did you eat the chocolate?
Yes.
Do you ever watch the commercials of the little M&Ms and they're crying and they're like, hey?
Yes.
Do you feel bad for the M&Ms?
Yes.
No, wait a minute. They're stars. They're on the commercials and everything. You don't feel bad for them?
No.
Oh, okay. Now, the walrus and the carpenter. This is what it is. Make sure you do your homework. The author's purpose was to entertain us, and we'll understand. Tomorrow we'll go back and we'll talk about rhythm. We'll go into meter a little bit more in depth, okay? You got it?
Yes.
Cool. Give me 5 claps. Books in your desk now. Books in your desk. Homework. Make sure you put it in your pocket if you have to. I want you to attach your sticky note. I want you to attach your sticky notes. I want you to attach your sticky notes. I want my desk to be super duper clear in 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12. If you borrowed a pencil, you can give it back. If you need a pencil, you can keep it. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully they're probably holding the bell. So all this should be clear. Pay attention. All eyes on me. Give me 5. 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 I'm looking for a word. I'm looking for a word that means weird. Synonym, strange, bizarre. I'm looking for a word that means I'm going to give out a test. I'm going to distribute the test. If I'm giving it out this way, what if I'm the person that's giving the test and I'm walking around? What am I doing? I'm the supervisor, okay? I'm the supervisor. I'm looking for a word that means to help someone to feel sorry, to instruct. I'm looking for a word that means to feel sorry for somebody. Sympathize. Good job. I'm looking for a word that means to come near to. I'm going to walk up to someone. I'm coming near to. Approach. I'm looking for a word that means it deals with your behavior as to how you act in school. And it's going to be a noun. Your character, close. You get a grade. Conduct. Good job. Okay. Conduct as a noun. Let's see. I'm looking for a word that means to the end of something. What is the end of it? The who? Conclusion. Okay. The end of it is conclusion. Give me another synonym. Conclude. Okay. Conclude. Conclusion. I'm looking for a word that means to go up. Ascend. I'm looking for a word that means to go down. I'm looking for a word that means strong. We talked about it today. We talked about this word today. Might. Okay? I'm looking for a word that means that if you come, let me give you a scenario. If you come in here, you ask me a question, and I say, well, if I have the time, if it's blank for me. I have the time, convenient. Good job, okay? Now, to have a bias towards one group for a particular reason, or towards another group for a particular reason. Starts with a D. Go to civil rights, black history. On the back of the board, discrimination will discriminate, okay, to against somebody. Now, also make sure you keep in mind, you know that you have your quiz, okay, that you're getting ready to go. Now, to make someone believe what you are doing or saying is true. Persuade or? Persuade or what? Convince. To convince someone to do something. You got to give me 5 claps. Y'all know the keys to success? Ah, sure. Now y'all know the keys to success? Who does not know? Raise your hand. The keys to success. Let's stand. Let's put your book bags on your back. And 3, 2, 1. The keys to success. The keys to success is understanding the importance of individual responsibility. If I am not contributing, I am taken away. Self-control and honesty will help develop my commitment to a personal responsibility and accountable actions. As a buck, I must possess
enthusiasm, personal interest, self-discipline, and desire to improve and learn. But
most importantly, pride.
Pride is not the heart. It is to be.
Feet,
together,
stomach,
in,
chest,
out,
shoulders,
back,
chin,
up,
eyes,
right,
be gone.
Right on.
Let's go, guys. Good job. Bam.
Great job today.
Thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Good job. Right here. Dap. Can I get that? Can I get that? Can I get that? Can I get that? Good job. 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 Yes, good job. 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 Let's go.